Hey everybody, it's Jim, the Lake Effect Gardener. I'm back for another video. This is going to be another short one. So it's been maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks since I've seen you last. And I'm trying to get as much in the garden done as I possibly can. And it's not just the garden, it's the yard in general, because as the nights draw in, the amount of daylight that I've been getting after I get home from work has been shrinking rapidly. So we're pretty much at dusk at around 7:30, 7:45, and I usually don't get home until about 4 p.m. from school. So that doesn't give me a lot of time to play, and I have to figure I have to eat at some point as well. So it's really, I'm making a list and I'm just doing a couple of things here and there when I get home, and it helps to just stay active and it helps to kind of clear my mind because school is just crazy. But I'm kind of making a rule for myself, and that is whatever happens in school, I'm going to leave at school. I'm not going to bring school home with me this year. I'm really not, because it's unusual and it's very stressful, and I really, this is my sanctuary. I want to come home and just kind of get back into it. So that's why this is going to be a short one. I have closed out some of my beds, as you may have seen in my Facebook postings or my Instagram. So I closed up 4 of my beds, and those were the squash beds mostly. Those were done. And I still have a bunch of other beds to clean up as well. But today's video is going to be on the corn, the sweet corn bed. Everything was looking so wonderful, and the ears were really plumping up and really looking beautiful. And then, you know, because the hickory trees aren't enough to sustain the squirrels. It could have been a squirrel, could have been a raccoon, I don't know. Long story short, most of them were downtrodden. Most of the ears were taken in the middle of night. So, you know what? This is 2020. This is 2020. It is. The whole year's a bust, and at least it's consistent, you know? Anyhow, so I'm going to be taking down my corn stalks because even though I didn't really get any fruit off of it, I will use the stalks as decoration for this autumn, which incidentally is really rearing its chilly head as of late. We've had some really cold days. Yesterday was very cold. I wore a coat to school, which I don't normally do this early in the year. Usually I'm sweating bullets in the classroom. I'm kind of thankful for that because we are fully masked the whole time we are there. So I'm going to take down the corn stalks and I'm going to lay them out so that I can dry them as much as I can. We have a nice dry patch coming up in the way of weather, a good week. So hopefully that will really dry them out so that I can bunch them up and use them around just for, you know, decoration. So yes, going back to 2020 and how miserable it is, I just have to say, I think the worst thing that has happened to me this 2020 was I was grabbing a blanket from my bedroom and I was headed through the kitchen to go into my back den, and because it was chilly, and I wasn't paying attention, and long story short, my precious mug, the Salem Witch Museum mug that I loved and adored for so long, was sitting on top of the stove, and it fell and smashed into a million pieces. Tea has not been the same since. So I'm here with my Buffalo mug here, my 716, which is our area code, Buffalo, New York, and it's filled with coffee because I need coffee right now. I'm also sitting here with my pruners, or as my British friends would call them, secateurs. So I'm going to head over into the corn disaster, and I'm going to show you exactly what those precious little animals did to my crop, and then I'll cut them down and lay them out to dry. So that's where we're headed now. So I just want to quickly stop by and show you what's going on here in this bed that I created this year, and this was just for annuals and my roses and stuff like that. It's a little weedy right now, but I wanted to show you my Mexican sunflowers. I believe their official name is Tithonia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but they've really taken off. They look very, very happy here, and it's very evident that the critters don't like this because it's standing nice and tall. Isn't that lovely? But yeah, I mean, they look quite beautiful. Oh, look at the little bee. Little early autumn snack for it. How lovely. So when those are done, I usually collect the seed from them. I let the birds have as many seeds as they want, and then I come out and have at it. But moving through here, here's my corn bed. Yep, all I can do is laugh. So yeah, an unintentional corn maze in my backyard. And here's little evidence of the meal that was had by something. So there are quite a number of stalks on here, and I'm going to take them down and I'll pile them up, and then I'm going to take them over onto my patio and kind of just lay them flat so that we can get them dried up and ready for display. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I got a really good crop of corn stalks. Yeah. So I'm gonna lay these out flat as best I can. I can lay some down on the ground as well. Because like I said, we're not due any rain anytime soon. So I want to make sure there's enough air around them so that they can dry out properly. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to make you sit through it, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, I kept them all on the table because I've got this huge umbrella over them, and just in case we happen to get a shower, I just want to make sure that, I want to make sure that everything is kind of covered and concealed. Now, there are some corn stalks in here that may have been a little bent. Okay, that's fine, because those bent ones, I'm going to tie these up into groups, and I'll tie them with several pieces of jute to make, kind of hardy bundles. So they'll stay nice and straight. They'll still look amazing. And then I've got quite a bit here, so my yard is going to look very, very festive. So yeah, that's it. Quite a bit. Even though I'm not really pleased with the amount of fruit that came off of these, which was none, I'm happy that I got something out of them, right? All right, guys, I'm going to head back to the shed now. So there we have it. That was a bit of a quickie. In fact, it was really, really quick, but it was something, right? And I wanted to bring something to you guys. I get into these work modes where I get home and it's like I really, nose to the grindstone. I have things to accomplish, and sometimes I just kind of forget to pull out my little GoPro and film it all. So that's basically corn stalks, and what I'll do is I'll give them about a week, couple weeks maybe, to dry out thoroughly, and then I'll bundle them up and I will use them as decoration. So they'll look lovely in their new life. I won't have to worry about raccoons or squirrels taking those down, because they've picked everything that's valuable off of it. So that's about it, guys. I hope you're all well. I hope that you are enjoying what's left of the summer weather. I know my friends in the UK you guys are kind of on a pendulum right now when it comes to cold and hot and cold and hot. We're kind of like that too here in Western New York, but I think the temperatures are really beginning to moderate now. We're not getting anything in the 80s anymore. 70s if we're lucky. Looking forward to this weekend, we're looking at a high of 58, 59, with lows in the low 40s. So yes, my furnace kicked on. I was not pleased. It's very unexpected. So again, hope you guys are all well. Miss you all bunches. And maybe I'll drag you along for a cleanup project, or I know that one thing I need to get done is I need to secure my polytunnel for heavy lake effect snows. So I've kind of been brewing that in the back of my mind as to what I'm going to do. I will tell you that the couple beds that I did close down, I took all of my bamboo canes out for those tomatoes that I had growing, and I brought them into the tunnel, and I think I'm going to be tying those in to the frame to give it a little bit more sturdiness. So a couple of things I'll be able to show you guys within the coming weeks. So again, hope you are well. Miss you guys bunches. I will see you all very, very soon. Hope your gardens are doing fabulous, and I hope you are all just happy, because we all need happiness right now. All right, love you guys. See you later.